I'm Kristi, and this is the Merit Senior Living Leadership Minute. What messages are you communicating to your residents? When you think about things you communicate to your residents through your website, the interior or exterior of your building, your staff's verbal and nonverbal behavior, what impressions are you leaving? These things can all lead to a positive or negative experience for the resident. Everything communicates through place, process, and people. The place is the environment within which the service takes place. The place can impact the resident's perception of the quality of the experience. For example, if the outside of your community needs repairs or needs painting, this can lead to a negative approach regarding the service they receive. The fact is, 80% of how we, your residents, experience life is through emotion, how things make them feel. 20% is intellect, logistics. How are you making your residents feel? What better way to be in touch with their feelings than through their five senses? Through their five senses, sight, sound, smell, touch, and taste, you are making an impression on their perception, experience, and memory. What are you communicating via their five senses? When we talk about process, we're referring to how the resident experiences service. We consider what residents experience during any given interaction with your staff. A resident will typically experience a series of events. We call this the cycle of service. The cycle of service highlights some of the critical touch points where your residents experience service. How are you engaging the residents' five senses through each touch point? People make the difference and are critical to your success. There are two times we find particularly important when serving your residents: first impressions and last impressions. The first impressions set the tone. What happens in between validates whether the first impression was correct, and the last impression solidifies the relationship and begins the anticipation of the return experience. Is your staff enhancing their first and last impressions through things such as making eye contact, smiling, thanking them, and representing a positive attitude? Everything communicates. How does your community communicate via place, process, and people? For more leadership tips, visit seniorlivingleadership.com.